I recently went to Utah. Well, when I say recently, I mean like May, but somewhat recently. It's a bit behind. Yeah. So I recently went to Utah, and I visited Salt Lake City and Moab, and it was all around really cool. And here's a quick video on that trip. Okay, so after we landed, we stayed in Chicago's airport for a bit, and then we took off to Salt Lake City. I'm just gonna let this cycle through some cool pictures I took from the plane as I talk. But once we landed in the airport, we did just kind of grab our stuff, met up with my grandma, who's also on the trip, and got this car. We also stayed in a lot nicer hotel than the last one, with a okay view. It was pretty good overall, I would say. Following the hotel, we proceeded to see some of the sights of the city, including the Capitol and like some fountains and stuff, which were cool. Had more Capitol and a lot of Mormon church stuff because, yeah. After the church stuff and stuff like that, we went over and saw the Great Salt Lake, which is really just a big old lake with a bunch of dead bugs, and it smells kind of bad. Not really all that exciting. The next morning, we ate breakfast in the hotel, saw this really cool pancake maker, which is just really cool. I mean, admit it, guys, you wish you had this at home, right? It's just cool. Well, either way, we then drove off away from Salt Lake City and went to a few little scenic spots along the way, like some waterfalls and this really cool hot spring, which I have some video footage of. It's not the best video footage, but it is video footage.
Looks a little foggy though.
Yeah, probably.
Relax.
Taking a movie?
After that amazing swimming spot and amazing footage, if I do say so myself, we kept on driving and arrived in Moab, Utah. On the first day, we saw a whole bunch of rocks. Because that's what you do in Moab, Utah. You look at a bunch of cool looking rocks. So that's what we did. Took some nice photos of myself. It was cool. Now for the second day. I'm going to recap the second day real quickly. We went to Arches National Park. Saw some cool stuff. Then we went to a dinosaur place. I threw up because I didn't drink enough water. Hydrate or dehydrate. Wink, wink. I don't even know. And then we went back to Arches later that day. So let me roll some footage and some photos. Hopefully it looks cool.
I always wanted a place with a big backyard where the grass is green and the summers are long. Rhubarb growing right behind the garage. I was always dreaming of a big backyard. All I ever wanted was a big backyard where me and my brothers could play our guitars, gaze in wonder at the moon and stars, and sing all night in the big backyard. A big backyard with a porch for your mother and a deck of cards, 18 chickens and a Saint Bernard, and a cat named Rudy in the big backyard. In the big backyard. Yeah, the big backyard. Oh yeah. I always wanted a place with a big backyard, with a neighbor who waves while mowing the lawn, a big oak tree with a swing for my son and my daughter in the big backyard. All I ever wanted was a big backyard where we tell a ghost story by a marshmallow fire, a vegetable garden and a garden gnome. But now all I really want is a home. All I really want is a home.
I'm wearing nipper. Monday.
I'm like a mountain goat. I can figure it out.
Excuse me. Sorry. Up I go. Figure I should get an upward look. How about that, huh? How about that? Heart's beating the camera again. Oh, it's beautiful up here. Oh, wow, it's amazing. Wow. That's cool. Upside down. Wow. Oh, wow. That was crazy. Well, that's all. I have no footage of the dinosaur place, but it went a little something like this. Oh, it's hot out. Ooh, fake dino. Fake dino. Dino footprint. Air conditioning. Whoa, cool. We get to sleep in this lab area. Wow, this is really cool. It was hot out. I didn't drink enough water. Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good. Blah. I gotta turn this off now. After that, later in the day, we picked up my dad. We walked out to the main arch that everybody comes to see. And we saw that and some petroglyphs and stuff. It was cool. It's day 2 now on my trip. We went back to Arches and saw more stuff and went shopping. So there's not a lot of footage, but there are a lot of pictures. So I'm gonna play all those pictures to a song, like I did earlier. Yeah, so I'll do that.
Far and away the time will slip. I'm so glad we went on that trip with all the others afraid of the dark, lying awake in the national park. Hey, was that a rhinoceros? The park ranger said of course it was. One of the last left in the wild, and the wild is 1,000 miles.
It rained in the desert on day 2. It also snowed when we drove back in the mountainous areas, but still rain and snow on a test trip. Oh, yeah, it's crazy. Well, we then flew back. I did some homework, and we just flew back. Very exciting, I know. Airplane trips are the best. But then we saw this. Really cool license plate. The end. Bye. Well, that's all.